you see the fights?
I did.
So the UFC fights, but then also Billy Joe Saunders fought David Lemieux, which is an amazing boxing match. And I asked the guys at the Helium, I make zero demands. I'm the easiest comic to come through there. I say, if there's fights on, can you put them on? I was hoping I could have HBO because the Lemieux Billy Joe Saunders fight was on HBO, and then obviously the UFC was on Fox. Saw all the UFC ones for the most part, and then just missed the Billy Joe Saunders one. But I saw it last night, a little bit of it, till my son decided to be LeBron James of the babies. But for Billy Joe Saunders, because I know you didn't watch it, I'll cover it real quick. But Billy Joe Saunders, undefeated. I think he's 27-0. He hasn't fought like the biggest competition, but when he does, he always steps up.
Lemieux is a real.
He destroyed Lemieux.
He did?
Outclassed him.
Wow.
And they think the winner of that, if Canelo, Triple G, for whatever reason, can't come to agreement, Billy Joe Saunders will fight Triple G.
Really?
Yep. Which is a good fight.
Triple G. Did Triple G stop Lemieux?
He stopped him.
With a body shot, right?
Yeah. But he just dismantled him with it. Lemieux's amazing to watch. When he fights a really technical boxer with good footwork who has a jab, he gets in a lot of trouble.
Is that what it is?
At the very, very highest level. But other than that, he's a monster. Hits like a Mack truck. Him versus Canelo is a great fight. Since he lost, he probably won't get it, but that's the fight to him.
When I was watching the UFC, I had a thought, and I was like, I never see a double jab in MMA, rarely. And then I saw a guy double jab and double It
depends, yeah.
One of the guys. But usually why is that? Is it not as effective the way boxing
countered with a right hand? But if it's a high-level boxer, you see double jabs.
Yeah.
JDS will use a double jab.
Yes.
Stipe uses a double jab.
He does?
The high-level guys will use it. It just depends.
Yeah. I was like...
You always got to worry about the counter of a
I was watching Mike Perry. Mike Perry's got great head movement. He's really hard to hit. He just hands down and just moving that head.
I'm a Mike Perry fan, man. I was bummed out he lost. He has star written all over me. Some people think he's a little bit too much, but... especially at 170, that kid has star written all over him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the fight to make. Mike Perry, and there's something in Chin's eye. But Mike Perry, Robbie Lawler.
Oh, I was going to say Cody Covington.
No, you can't do that because Covington's number 3 and he's on a win streak.
Yeah.
You can do Colby Covington versus Dos Anjos. That would be the fight to make.
Yeah, that's what he's
calling
Woodley's
out.
Calling him out.
Well, Woodley's out for a while with the shoulder surgery. Mm-hmm. So Dos Anjos, I don't know if he wants to wait 7 months. If I'm Dos Anjos, I wait. Welterweight's murderer's row. I would wait because who knows when you get your opportunity. And to be honest, I think he can beat Woodley. Now, he's probably an underdog, but he matches up great with him.
You're saying Dos Anjos?
Dos Anjos looked amazing.
You're saying Dos Anjos? Yeah, he did. You're saying he could beat Woodley?
Yes.
I
bet he'd be an underdog, but
he fucking looked amazing. And Robbie, at the press conference, was so funny. He's just no excuses. No excuses. Just sitting there going, it's better man tonight. Just a lot of punches.
Yeah, he just got a little bit. He was just,
He fought the best Dos Anjos, right?
Yeah, but it's a matter too of Robbie Lawler has a lot of miles on him.
He has
and Dos Anjos at 170. He's not making that huge weight cut. He was a world champion at 55.
Yeah.
Now he's at 70. Feels good. He's murking everybody.
Yes.
Now, and
might be his weight class.
His boxing guy is right, and I cannot give this guy enough credit. Jason Perillo, who's Cyborgs. Michael Bisping, BJ Penn. There's something going on here. When other people in Southern California can figure it out, or when the world's going to figure out he's the best striking coach in the world, he's going to be a lot more busy. Wow. But I don't think he wants to be that busy. But you don't hear about him. You know why? No. He's not in the back shouting and sewing T-shirts and logos. Oh, no, he's a professional.
Yeah.
And he works at Ruka Gym. He's the best striking coach in the world, and he only takes certain people.
Can't take me.
And then he just took Dos Anjos. Look at Dos Anjos. Look at Dos Anjos striking against Robbie Lawler.
Perillo, I'm looking for
amazing.
You. I'm coming for you.
How about it's a private gym at Ruka?
You're not getting in there.
You're not seeing some old actors up in there trying to be tough.
Don't. Wait a minute.
Hey, look at me.
What?
That's directed toward you and Frank Grillo.
Hey, you don't call me.
Hey, this ain't Wild Card West. This ain't Iron Gym where the oldies are there living out the old glory days.
Look at Jason Perillo. There he is. Wow.
If I was younger,
you'd be right with him.
That would be the guy. If I'm a young fighter, I'm listening to this podcast.
Well, look at his fucking stable.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Look at his stable.
But it's not even that, because it is stable. But you got to look at what his stable has done since
they got with him.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at Cyborg striking. She's not such. She doesn't fight so berserk anymore. Mm-hmm. She's controlled, calm, cool. She's going to outsmart you. BJ, well, is that his wife? Jesus Christ. BJ Penn,
Beautiful.
you know, his boxing's better, but he's obviously at the end of his road. But look at Michael Bisping. Finally a world champion.
Yeah.
There's a Perillo.
Yeah.
And then look at Dos Anjos. Now he's up for a title shot. The guy is a straight up mastermind. But you don't hear him doing interviews. You don't hear him talking about game plans. You don't hear any of that stuff.
I was watching Robbie Lawler take those low, like front of your shin kicks. Like
those tore him up.
I know. He's so rugged. He's so rugged. And
tough as they come.
As tough as
First team all toughness.
First team all toughness. I mean, and I say all those guys at that level are tough. And then there's that little extra thing. It's him. Dan, come on.
Dan?
I'm getting old.
Dan
Cormier? No. Dan, strong as shit. Face this wide.
Dan Henderson.
Yes, Dan Henderson. Like certain guys that are like made of wood.
I put Stipe in that category.
Yep, they're made of wood. That's a different thing.
Put Uriah Faber in there.
Yes, you're 100% Uriah Faber. But again, like with Robbie fighting since he was 17 years old, you know, it's gotta. You've always said this. It's just there is always a point where
Father Time goes, hey,
yeah,
it's been fun.
Yeah,
you've beat a lot of odds.
Do you think he's there though? Because he went the distance. It was a hell of a fight. But again,
he lost every round.
He lost every round.
He did not win one round. He wasn't really in the fight.
Yeah.
He's still a top 5 guy. You
100%.
know, I'm no one to tell Robbie Lawler to retire. There's still a lot of fight left in him if he wants it. He can beat a ton of guys. Yeah. I think you'd give a lot of these young guys all they can handle.
I bet.
Him versus Mike Perry, you know, that's a tough fight. It's a great fight.
Yep.
And I don't know if, you know, Mike Perry's coming off a loss. He wasn't really ranked that high to begin with, so I don't know if Robbie wants to do that, but that's a fucking fight, man. Then how about Ricardo Lamas? Talk about getting the raw end of the stick. So a little background on that, B. So he was supposed to fight Jose Aldo.
Really?
Aldo gets, they pull Aldo. Aldo gets, gets the title fight against Max Holloway. Lamas really doesn't have an opponent. They give him an opponent late. They give him this kid who's missed weight a few times.
Were they supposed to meet? Was he going to meet Aldo at 55 or was he going to meet Aldo at 45?
45.
Okay.
Yeah. So, they pull Aldo. They're like, man, we don't know what we're going to do with you. We're going to reschedule for this. Then they give him this kid on 2-week notice, something short notice.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, he's had some weight problems. Emmett misses weight.
Yeah.
They still fight.
Yeah.
And then you get flatline with a left hook.
It was a nasty. And to see his head hit when he got hit and his head hit.
Cold. I like out. It's a walk
I didn't
off
like
homer.
that shit.
Like out cold.
Yeah,
man.
he just walked away.
Just a bummer.
Yeah, man.
That's the game, though, isn't it?
That's the goddamn game. It really is the game. The toughest, the tough. You always fall. What were the other fights?
Such a freaking bummer, man.
And the majority of the other fights, I didn't really recognize the names, to be completely honest with you. Remembering correctly.
I mean, Glover.
Oh yeah, that was great. Glover, man, looked good.
Glover,
you always say
Glover
his
wants
wrestling. He's a beast wrestler.
Oh man, if he uses his wrestling and grappling more, he can. He's already ranked at number 3 in the world. So you got Gustafsson, you got Ozdemir, who he would destroy Ozdemir.
He would. Yes. That's saying a lot.
He's an awful matchup for Ozdemir.
Is that right?
Awful
because of his wrestling? Because Ozdemir's striking is high level.
As long as he can avoid, the initial pop from Ozdemir. Yeah, if he gets a hold of him, look what he did to, Misha. He just, when he gets a hold of him, he's strong as balls.
Yeah.
Him versus DC is a fun fight. I don't know if he'll ever get there, but him versus DC is a very, very fun fight matchup wise.
Yeah. What just DC?
The matchup is great. He's a straight up power puncher.
Yeah.
He can wrestle his ass off. He's a black belt on the ground.
Yeah, but what his wrestling? I don't
Abu
know.
Dhabi world champion.
Yeah, but he's also dealing with DC's wrestling.
Yeah, but
DC's never been out wrestled except for by you know who.
Yeah, every time they fought, he got out wrestled by him. Yeah. But he's a much better grappler than DC. It's a different game.
He is.
Oh my God, he's world class.
That's saying
Abu
a lot.
Dhabi.
I know, but DC's 2-time Olympian.
In wrestling, So there's wrestling, which starts on the feet, but then it goes to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glover is world class on the ground.
Yeah.
DC's not.
He's
a wrestler.
Yes, he'll get.
Yeah. So there's world class grappling,
world class
where you're Abu Dhabi world champion, IBJJF, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Metamorphs, and then there's wrestling.
Yes.
Well, so once it goes to the ground, that's another party for some guys.
Right.
For some people, it ends.
DC will put you on your back, or he can get on you. And
now he's heavy on top.
Yes, he's heavy.
And I don't know if Glover's gonna be able to submit him from his back, but you're gonna have problems down with Glover. He's a black belt on the ground. From his back, he's a black belt.
That'll be interesting.
To me, I'd much rather see Glover DC than Glover.
Well, Glover after the fight looked like he walked up to DC.
He did.
Yeah.
It was like, man, let's do this.
Yeah.
And DC's like, I'm down, but also you got Ozdemir.
Yeah.
You got.
So who do you think Glover fights next?
Man, I don't know.
Is there any word on John Jones?
No, still they pushed back the hearing, so we're just waiting on that. No, I mean Glover's right there, so he, no, who knows what they're gonna do with him? It's old man's land down below there, but who knows, man.